Welcome to the Color Room Chat. I'm Kassidy. I'm a stylist at Salon 210.
And I'm Reese Bond. I'm co-owner of Salon 210 and co-founder of Glow and Grow.
Today, I'm super excited about this episode. We are going to dive into continuing your education as a stylist behind the chair. I just got back from an incredible trip in New York City with L'Oréal Professionnel and some of my team at Salon 210, and I learned French blending, and truly, it was one of the most life-changing classes for my career.
I am so jealous, you guys. I tried to get into this class, and it was sold out in a matter. It was sold. We got tickets before it went out, but then it was sold out as soon as they launched it. I'm so jealous.
That is wild. I love L'Oréal specifically for their education because truly, I've gotten the opportunity to take a lot of their classes because the salon provides L'Oréal education, and every single time I walk away just feeling so inspired, and I feel like it always comes at the right time for me behind the chair where I just need to feel inspired, and I always come back, I'm like, this is everything I needed, and that's how I felt leaving New York. I was like, wow, I'm so excited to get back to my clients because it was amazing. I learned French blending with Jack Howard, and first and foremost, he's incredible. He is such an insane stylist. He's from the UK.
He's from the UK.
Yeah, so that was really cool learning from someone overseas. And then French blending, if you aren't aware of what it is, it's a gray blending technique. And that was huge because that's something that we're kind of evolving. Right now, a lot of clients are wanting to embrace their grays and to have a different option for them. And I think that's really important. And especially as you grow with their clients, you're going to have to change up their techniques. And so that really opened my mind as a stylist to always be learning with the techniques and figuring out like what can I do for my clients, and especially giving them a luxury experience. And there's so many different options, and I don't know, I just felt it was incredible.
It is incredible. This was a dream come true for me because it changed my career to train with L'Oréal Professionnel and to work for them and train under them. I love the American method of doing hair, but I've always just loved the French way of doing hair. So now to have the team be trained in the French way of doing hair has been a dream come true. So now in the Midwest, all of our clients can come to our salon and not get American techniques. They have French techniques. It's a huge game changer.
Yeah, L'Oreal does so well with evolving and bringing in new techniques, and also for the stylists, finding ways to do luxury techniques but not spend 8 hours on a client. I have taken a lot of other classes that I've invested in my own education from various different stylists, and I just feel like it's not necessarily how I run my business behind the chair. And so I do feel like every time I take a L'Oreal class that it actually works for my business behind the chair. And I take something away from every class that I do, but really with L'Oreal, they're so good at just how can we help the stylist create a luxury look and experience for their client, but in a smaller amount of time. And they really are there to help the stylist build their business as well and give them a luxury technique. Like they're very good at encompassing the business side of it and the technical side of it.
100%. And so that's why when the first thought of my mind of owning my own salon, I wanted to be a L'Oréal Pro salon. There's only a few in America. A lot are in the Midwest because it is hard to get education where we're at. So it's really important to me because L'Oréal Pro, yes, all the other brands and companies are amazing, but L'Oréal Pro really invests into their stylists. They invest into their salons, and so it's a huge honor to be a L'Oréal Pro salon. We're top 10 this year.
Yay!
Which we're so excited about, but it's because of the education. Their products are amazing. Their color line is the best of the best. It's the most expensive color line, but it's so worth it. But it's the education. It's the behind the scenes where the stylists all go and take their time and do hours and hours of training with them. but it's the best educators in the world. They
my
come
gosh,
from
yeah.
all over the world.
Yeah, that's what I really like too. They do a very good job. It's all international. And so I love that. I don't know if you guys know, but like one of my goals this year is I really want to learn from someone in like Paris or London. And honestly, it's because I've watched so many L'Oreal artists that are from overseas. And like even you always talk about, I learned so much from you, and you always talk about everything that you learned was overseas.
Yes.
And just the way of doing, the French way of hair, it's beautiful.
It's so beautiful, and that's what it is like. That is the core of the industry, is your education. That's where something, everyone makes fun of me. They're like, Reese, you're obsessed with education. You're obsessed with taking classes or learning new techniques. But if you aren't, you might as well say goodbye to your career. Because it truly, the trends, what was in style 5 years ago for hairstylists to do or 3 years ago is not in style anymore. It's not it. And education is going to be bigger than ever in the next couple of years. So it's really amazing to see the stylists that really invest time in learning and creating new techniques or trying to change what they're doing behind the chair so that they're on top of the trends for their customers. Because your customers, they're excited for you. They feel like they're taking the class too.
They love it. And for me, it helps me not get bored behind the chair, and my clients then are never going to get bored. And that's huge to keep your business growing and evolving. Like, I don't want to get burnt out, and I know my clients don't want the same look every single time. So I have to keep myself inspired and creative, and I feel like that is the best way to do it, is taking a class. And you get to connect with so many other stylists too around the world, which is so cool. And it's amazing too that you guys have sent us across the United States, to do it as well. Like, we're going outside of the Midwest to learn, which is
Yes.
amazing.
It's huge, and that's what it is, a huge investment. And I know a lot of owners reached out to me and they're like, wouldn't you rather just have that money and take it home and then just teach them what you know? Like, that would be so much smarter, Reese. And I'm like, no, but it's not, because that's not my open, was to try and to be greedy. Why we open was to show and change the way, and education is changing the way. It's really how you have a great career. It's really how you become that top stylist and luxury stylist, is if you're spending time at home or on your Sundays and Mondays in these classes, or investing and traveling and going to these amazing education classes. That is what makes a top stylist, and what makes it changes your area around you and your community. It really does lift up your community. That's how dramatic and passionate I am, is that going across the world, sending our team across the world, bringing them back and changing it up for our community. Our clients deserve that. They deserve to have the top trends and the top techniques that are happening in LA and New York, because they always get it first.
Always.
And so I'll spend every penny to make sure that education is still number one in our salon.
Yeah. And you guys do such an amazing job at that. I don't know if, like, for me, I am so lucky and fortunate that I got the opportunity to go to LA and New York with you guys. And it really is crazy. I use all of the techniques that I learned behind the chair to this day. Like, it wasn't just that, I went to the class and I felt like, I already know it. Like, truly, I took a 2-day class in LA, which was cool because we learned 5 different techniques, and I use all of those placements and the formulations still to this day. Like, it truly changed my business, which it's really cool when you're actually getting something out of it.
Yes, 100%. And that's what, it gives you a high. It gives you a creative high. It changes the way you look at hair, the way that you look at your business behind the chair. It really changes everything. Education is the core of anyone's career if you're trying to make it as a hairstylist. And that's where, and if you decide, okay, if you just spent $5,000 on this class, because that's how much these classes are, is $5,000 or more sometimes, and you come back and you don't try to practice it and implement it, and you practice on mannequins and then take it to your clients, if you don't do anything with it, that's a loss for you. Mm-hmm. That's a loss for your clients. That is just a waste of time and money. And that is also the number one secret. Is a lot of people take these classes and they think they're instantly going to get it and they're instantly going to know. No, like I come back, I study my notes, I study the head sheets, I study the formulas that were just given, how to rework that into what my business is behind the chair and how to rework it into my clientele. And that's where being a sponge and having an open mindset always, that is when you take off.
Yeah.
And like sky's the limit.
It takes a lot of practice, especially when you're going in to these classes. I mean, you're there for a couple hours. And the techniques usually that you're learning is something completely different than what you're used to. So if you're not going home and practicing it and implementing it immediately into your business, like you won't retain it. But that's why too, I really like when I take L'Oréal classes, because I do feel like they make it so that we can immediately go back and implement it to our business. Whereas sometimes, even if you go take a class from an influencer or whatever, these techniques take hours. And you have to remind yourself that they are working on a client for 5 to 6 hours. And so you need to go home and practice it because it's going to take you that long too. And you're investing a lot of money into it. I mean, these classes are thousands. So that's why too, for me, it's huge that I work at a salon that provides us classes quarterly, and we have the opportunity to go travel with them as well. So finding a salon that supports education I can't stress enough how huge that is, because if you're going to do it on your own, then you have to factor that into your pricing, that you need to pay for classes yourself, and they are very expensive.
They are and they're just getting more expensive. And that's what, as like a client or a customer, if you're listening and you go to someone that invests this much money and time into these classes, it will reflect on their pricing. Because if I go to someone, which I just don't want to, even for my skin, for anything, for my fashion, I want to go to someone that is investing in their education and in their technique. I don't want to go to someone that is just only learning on YouTube or just teaching themselves because they think they know it all and they're stuck in their ways. I want to go to someone that has like this mindset that is up for anything, that's ready for the next trend, that knows it before I know it. So for me, I want to be that person for hair. I want the team to be that person for hair. And your customers really, really love that. They appreciate that, because they don't know until they're getting the same base color and 5 foils put in their head. I'm like, no, you should really have a melt or a color blend or a French balayage, and that would save you money too.
And it's okay, like as a client, if you are getting something slightly different every single time, like that's okay, actually. You don't want to be getting the same thing every time. You don't want to just sit in the chair and then your client already has your base color, mixed up. If they're not doing a full consultation and switching it up, that is a bad sign.
That is a horrible sign.
Yeah, but that is something that I think a lot of people have to hear, because I think a lot of the clients are like, well, they did something different on me this time. Like, that's a good thing. Like, that you should always be switching it up or addressing the hair every single time that you're being sat in the hair or in the chair, and they should be giving you what you need, not just the same thing every single time.
Because you guys, how there's fast fashion? Well, it's fast hair right now. Mm-hmm. Hair changes when fashion changes every single time. Hair also changes when the seasons change, just like fashion. So you have to be on top of that, because techniques are changing, trends are changing. Like last year, the Scandinavian hairline. Oh my gosh, I love that, but please stop painting on someone's skin that just got a chemical peel. You're putting bleach and 40 on a chemical peel skin hairline. There's a right way of doing it. That's why the Scandinavian hairline, that is American way when you paint down. The French way is balayaging and lifting back. And so educating your guests, little things like that, which I'll calm down because I can talk hair all day.
Yeah.
But little things like that is from education and from taking classes and just investing in the right skill set to teach us. That it makes a huge difference, because yes, you can learn on TikTok all day long, but when you give your client a rash or a chemical burn, who's going to help you?
Right. And just as a stylist, always pushing yourself to never know it all. Like, you can be a peer, you could be making 6 figures, and I feel like a lot of times, or huge on TikTok, and a lot of stylists like, okay, I'm done. But even if you're educating other people, like still never know it all and continue your education. Because like that will be the secret, I promise.
That is the secret. That is so good because once you become too cocky or your ego takes over and you know it all and you sit in these classes and your mindset is, ugh, I'm bored. You're
Or
not,
I already know all this.
yes.
Or whatever it is. I feel like so many stylists are like, oh, like I already knew all that. I already do all that. It's like you will take something away from every class that you take. And reframe your mindset. It's just going to better you behind the chair as a stylist. You can
Yeah.
always get better.
Because if you're not growing, you guys, especially in this new day and age, you are behind and you're going to get stuck and you're going to plateau. You're not going to go here. You're going to go here and then eventually plummet. It's just how the world works right now. Everything is so fast, everything's changing nonstop, and you have to be on top of it. Because, yes, it's not just colors changing, it's our techniques behind the chair that are changing. And it's really important that you know how to keep up and you know how to deliver the photos that your clients are bringing in. And especially with ChatGPT and everything that's out in the world, right now your clients are going to come in knowing what the technique is called, what products you're using, the ingredients in your products. They're going to start knowing more than you if you don't keep educating.
Yeah. I mean, even when I took this class that was gray blending, I know so many people are like, well, I don't have a lot of like gray coverage clients. It's like, well, you will one day. And so I was so excited to take this one specifically because I was like, this is something I truly don't know too much about. And so I don't know, for me, I was like, this is so cool because I feel like I'm ahead of the trends. I'm so excited to bring something back to my clients that's different. I think a lot of, at least my clientele, we do a lot of permanent color on them, and now I'm able to switch it up for them, and so then they get excited about it. And so I don't know, I just felt really inspired after this class specifically because I was like, this is something that is blowing up online right now. I'm ahead of the game, and it's something that I can implement in my business immediately.
I love it. New York was incredible.
Yeah.
And Jack Howard is amazing. He is the top colorist. He is a London boy. He came over, opened a salon in Washington, D.C., and he is just incredible. I love him to death. He has the best style, the best sense. He is a fierce to be reckoned with. And
He's
when
so
he teaches,
real too. Like when he was teaching, he was so real, and he is a stylist just like us. So he's like, I know exactly what you guys are going through, and he was just amazing. Like truly, I could relate to him so much, I feel like.
was he fierce while he was teaching?
Yeah, for sure. This was like a bigger class, I will say. So, but he still made it a point to work one-on-one with every 40, 50 people that were in the class, which was really cool.
That is amazing because there was 51 people in the class. And so he did hands-on and that's incredible that he made enough time for you.
Yeah, and we all got to do hands-on too, which you don't always see. I think a lot of times in classes, they've gotten away from hands-on and it's a lot of look and learns. I mean, L'Oreal, it's always hands-on, but a lot of these other influencer classes, you're spending thousands and you're just watching them do a model, which can be hard. And so at least for me, I love that it's always hands-on when we're in a L'Oreal class because like I need that.
You need that for your mind. So you can be you could be someone who's technical or someone who's visual. I'm a visual girl, so I need to be hands-on.
Yeah, me too.
And so I think that makes a huge difference. I love all classes, but I think it makes it easier for you to come home and learn. It's really intimidating doing hands-on, don't get me wrong. It is so intimidating because they will come over and like rip it apart and tell you exactly what you're doing wrong or like why would you ever think to do it that way? But it is so worth it because
And rewarding, I feel like.
You have to
feel
be
like you
told.
got something out of it if you are doing it hands-on. So if you're an educator out there teaching classes, maybe implement some hands-on because I feel like that is a gap in our industry right now where so many classes are just watching the expert do it on a model, which is great, but I'm telling you, if you can incorporate a hands-on,
Yes.
stylists want that. I know I want that in a class. That's what I look for.
Everybody wants that. I love that. That is
Yeah.
so good because it truly is Like, that is how you learn. That's how you remember it. And your mind is memory. You have to say it out loud. You have to do it, and then you have to repeat it.
Yeah, especially if you're not working one-on-one with someone and you are in a big group. It's like, then I feel like if you're in a big group, you need some sort of hands-on. Like, I know for me, when I'm looking to train with someone overseas, I want someone that I can either be one-on-one or they're gonna let me get my hands in hair.
Yes, because then you get constructive criticism back. I feel like people take it now in a negative way, but constructive criticism is so good. I want you to
I'm like, someone be
rip.
mean to me, please. Someone tell me you are
Yes.
doing that terrible.
I
So
love
then
it.
I know. I'm like, please tell me I'm doing something wrong. If you tell me I'm amazing and it's perfect, then I'm gonna believe you, and I know it's not.
I was in Austria last year, and I love her, and she is amazing, and we're friends now, but she ripped me apart. She ripped me a new one. She's like, why would you ever do that? Do this, do this. What is wrong with you? Take this. She like ripped my foil out and ripped my foil comb out of my hand. And I was like, well, you told me we had 5 minutes to do a full foil. So I was working like crazy fast. And it was just so funny because you just need it. You need to be ripped apart. And we literally left the class and everyone asked me, they're like, are you okay, Reese? And I was like, I'm fine. I'm here for this. I learned a lot and I loved it. And I love her now.
And you know what? That just goes to show, like, you're still out here taking classes and
Yes.
traveling, and you're up here. You know, you're the best in the United States, and you are still continuing your education.
Oh, thanks, Kassidy. I love you.
Aw.
I always will because I feel like I just started my career and truly, you guys, if you don't take a class, I have to, when I'm hitting burnout or I'm fried and I'm over this, every 6 months I take a class. I have to.
Yeah, that's how I felt like right before I went to New York. I was like, I think I'm about to be burnt out. And I came back and it didn't even hit me because I was like, oh no, I'm inspired and I'm ready. And now I'm like, where's my next class?
Yeah, it's so good
I'm
for
already
you.
like, where's my next one? Who's coming? I'm excited. I literally asked you when we were in New York, I'm like, okay, who's coming to the salon this year? Like, we're not done, right, with classes?
No.
Because I need more.
No, and we have Daniel on Monday.
Yes, I'm so excited for that.
It is incredible, you guys. We try to do, my goal is to have 3 educators a year in the salon and then to send 3 times a year out to outsource education. And it's something that a lot of people are like, that's too much, that's too much. It's truly not. It's really, that is where you should be spending your time. If you sign up for this career, if you sign up to be a hairstylist, you should sign up to having extra hours of your education. And you should be doing your own mannequin work weekly. Like, that is what is going to bring you numbers and dollar signs and make you successful and have clients come to you, is when you're doing amazing hair that no one else is doing.
Yeah, that's so true. Like, even if you're a stylist and say you work for yourself or you work at a salon that doesn't provide education, we have so many tools out there that you can still practice. Grab a friend, practice at home, practice on a mannequin, grab a buddy. There's always a way that you can keep, continuing on and educating. Or even, like, find a stylist that you work next to and you're like, hey, that foil placement, I don't do it. Teach it to me. I want to know. Or I've never seen someone do a blowout like that. Like, teach me.
I love that. I just did that to Charlie the other week. I'm like,
Yeah.
show me your ways. I want to learn how you're doing this blowout in 10 minutes.
Yeah, and I think that's why we always have to just keep our minds open as stylists and keep pushing ourselves.
Yeah, practicing on each other is really great if you work in an environment, because for me, that's why community is everything. I love community because you get to bounce ideas off each other. You can create your own techniques together, or you can practice together. Like, I grabbed Kassidy for a balayage class. I'll practice on my co-stylist. I don't even think Haley knew, but I installed her extensions a little different because I was trying to practice something that we might change up in our dream hair installs. And it's just really cool. Like, we did that on a Sunday. I still spend my time, I'm 24/7 working, but I still find a Sunday or a Monday to do practice.
Yeah, we work so fast behind the chair, and I think we can easily just get in the groove of things and doing the same foil placements and the same styling and just trying to see so many clients that sometimes we lose that part of it. Like, let's keep practicing our techniques and changing it up, and so we don't get burnt out, So I never want to fall into that trap where I'm doing the same thing on every person and we're just moving so quick and I don't know what's going on. Like, I always want to be trying something new and trying something different all the time.
Yes, and that's where it's like, this is when also your team relationships are built. Like when we go out of town
gosh, yeah.
together, we have so much fun. We get to grow together. You get to find out new things about each other. You get to find out weird things, weird habits, funny habits. Like,
And then we get to bring the technique back to the whole salon, which was so cool
Yes.
too, because a small group of us went, and then we get to bring it back and share it with everyone else, and that's huge. Like, I was so excited to come back and share it with Emma, and was like, passed it on to her and everything, and that was really cool for me too.
it's incredible. And your clients were so excited. They were eating it up.
Yeah.
We started getting, I posted something on Sunday, and we started getting phone calls Sunday evening, Monday. We want the French color blending. Who's doing this? Because there are so many people who are starting to get grays, and people instantly go to permanent color. And it's so, just go try semi-permanent. Try a
There's
balayage
so
to
many
blend
other
it out.
options.
So many options. Like, you don't always have to use. For one, I'm not a lover for permanent color unless it's a Noah.
I know, yeah.
I love a Noah, but permanent color on the hair is so hard to lift out, you guys. And people want to change now 24/7. So French blending is the new trend. It's the new hottest way to do hair color, and it's going to make the hair as healthy as possible, which is the hottest trend as well. Healthy hair. When you keep putting permanent color on permanent color on permanent color layers on the hair, it'll break down the hair cuticle, it'll make the hair go brittle, and it'll make it snap off. So if you try to lighten through a level 5 gray coverage that's been doing a base color for 10 years, it's going to break.
Yeah, and the biggest trend right now is luxury, low maintenance hair
Yeah.
and leaning into your natural color. And so if you're just doing permanent color on top of permanent color, that's going to be as high maintenance as it can be. And I think it's just the quickest way. And so now leaning into a little bit more of a different technique is not only going to benefit you behind the chair and your service ticket and your technique, but it's really going to benefit your clients.
100%. So if you're a hairstylist, I really, really suggest looking into L'Oréal Professionnel for this class. It is incredible. All their classes are amazing, but this class was truly a game changer because more stylists need to push the boundaries. You're given rules for a reason, and you need to know the rules of the color line and the science behind it. But then when you know the rules, you can break them. And so French blending is how you're breaking the rules to make sure someone's hair is becoming healthier and more beautiful, and that they're able to change it up. If they want to go lighter, it's not going to be a die-hard 6-hour hair color correction appointment or 3 appointments. You can do it in one sitting. And I'm saying too much, but if you guys want to take this class, please take this class.
Please take it. It truly was life-changing for my career. Like, I can't say enough amazing things about it. I learned so much.
Or call and you guys can shadow one of our stylists that took the class. I think that is really
come
cool.
shadow me. Oh my gosh, I would love that.
Wouldn't that be fun?
Yeah, come shadow me. That'd be so
Truly.
much fun.
You
I
guys
would
should
love,
message.
I would love to share everything that I learned with you guys, because I think we all should get on board with a technique like this. And it truly, I think a lot of people just aren't teaching it too.
No, and that's what the trends are changing, you guys. The trends are changing so fast. This is going to be the hottest trend in about 3 months. And so we were able to get ahead of it and learn it and bring it back before it's going to be the hottest thing for the next couple of years.
Yeah, because you want to know already how to do it before your clients are going to ask. And you want to know how to do it before your clients ask.
Yeah, 100%. Oh my gosh, this was amazing, you guys. I love this.
Education is everything, you guys. Keep continuing it. Message us any questions you have about taking classes, shadowing.
Because you guys, I promise, right now, but also in 2023, the biggest competition is not going to be where you work or who you are. It's going to be how much education you have and if you're still growing your mindset, your techniques, and staying on top of the trends. And the way you do that is with your education and investing in your skill set. And that's what people are going to be running to. Not the salon you're working at, not what it looks like where you're working, not your name. They want someone that is going to still be investing in their skills.
An investment in yourself is the best investment, I will say. It's never a bad thing.
All right, you guys, this was amazing. Like, comment, share our reels, our Color Room Chat podcast. We love you guys. We don't pay for marketing, so any support is necessary.